Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Joshua says hi. Thanks for joining me. I had lots of people ask me really great questions that I did not get to answer yesterday about PowerSheets, and also how to use PowerSheets as a team. One of my dear friends asked me that, so I'm doing this for you. Good morning. Hi, guys. I'm going to turn the camera around. Mostly because he likes to look at himself. So there you go, buddy. Do you see all the friends? Say good morning, friends. Hi. Oh, he's talking to you guys. He says good morning. Okay, are we ready to do this? Wonderful. Okay, hi y'all. Good morning. We're here in my living room. It's quite a mess right now. Take a look. This is real life right here. Just got all the things. And we have our PowerSheets here. So I'm going to give you first some tips on how to use them as a team or as a group, or maybe you're working on them, as a group of friends. And then I will take questions at the end too, because I tend to miss the questions, and I'm sorry I missed them yesterday. So here we go. All right, first thing first, with using PowerSheets as a company or as a team, these were obviously designed for individuals. So you have to modify some things. So I'm just going to take you page by page through how we did this yesterday. And if you want to see how we did it yesterday, you can look back at my last 3 videos here. But number 1 is there's the PowerSheets prep, which we went through as a company. We filled this out as a team. And there were some things on this getting to know you page. You can see our mess here. Some things on this getting to know you page that we actually did as individuals because they were helpful for us to know about each other. So the thing we did as individuals are, I get most fired up when, and then we filled this out. We just put, he's very talkative, put initials next to the items that apply to us. So for instance, for me, I get most fired up when someone encourages me, and over here, I get along best with people who are, and we all answered this the same, who are driven and dedicated. And obviously that's why we love each other, because we are all in the same category. So you could just modify these as you go if you're using them as a team. You can fill out some things to describe you as a group. So for instance, at the top here we wrote, in the past, I have run around like a crazy hen. And now I am simplifying and focusing on what matters. See, he thinks I'm talking to him, and so that's why he's talking back to me. Hey guys. All right, I'm going to pick him up real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hey, I'm picking my baby up. There we go. Now we're going to be better. So as you go through the PowerSheets as a team, just modify, and if there are sections that you feel like will be more helpful as individuals, then do that. So one of those things also on the Getting to Know You sheet is the I am most grateful for. And we just did those individually. We went around the group. Oh, he says, hi guys. Hey. What are you thinking, bud? You just want to talk to me? I think he's hungry. So I might feed him while we're doing this. All right, another thing to do as a team is we broke this up for our day together yesterday. We broke up the day so that we would have the PowerSheets prep, the first part of it, which is pages 10 through, hold on, I'm going to tell you, 10 all the way up until we got to page 33. So we did page 10 through 33 in the morning, and that took us about an hour and a half. And it took us an hour and a half because we did it as a company too, and it just takes a little bit longer when you're having group discussion. So if you're doing it as an individual, it'll probably take you a lot less time. He's kicking me, which is why the camera's going wonky. Hey, buddy boo. And then we took a break, and during a lunchtime, we actually did a teaching section where Emily taught us about canned responses, which was awesome, on Gmail. And I definitely encourage you guys to do that if you're working through this as a team. Maybe it's like a 10-minute teaching time for each person to share something that they think the group would benefit from. And it just lets you have a little bit of time to marinate on the goals that you think would be best for your team too, rather than just rushing right into it. At our last team retreat, we also did some fun things together. We learned how to do the Carolina shag dance from Kristen, and we've done a little watercolor lesson. So if you're doing this as a team, I encourage you to break it up. So first hour and a half, we did our PowerSheets prep work, pages 10 through 33, 32 really. Hey, boo-boo. He's a very grunty baby. And then we did some teaching time and we did lunch. And then we had a discussion about our job roles. And then at the very end of that, we decided to fill out our goal worksheets. And that was very helpful after all that discussion. So I will show you the PowerSheets again, one sec. Okay, so and then we started to, I'm going to go backwards here. One sec. I'm going to go backwards so I can walk you page by page. And let me get this little man situated too. This is live, so one second. Yeah, I'm just gonna let Rhiannon hold on to him for a minute. Hi, bud. Here we go. Okay, so we did the getting to know you page as a group, and like I said, some of these things we filled out as individuals. And then we did initial goal ideas. This is like throwing the spaghetti against the wall. So we just kind of all went around the group and talked about some ideas. For our how are you section, of course, that's kind of challenging to fill out as a group, but we did it. So we decided to just go around the group and talk about things that we were feeling and things that we want to leave behind. So some examples are, how are you feeling and what has been holding you back from making what matters happen? Too much to do, focusing on tasks instead of the bigger mission. More intentional work days, overloading our workloads, and then what do you want to leave behind in this process? Inefficiency, systems that aren't working, staying late to work. And then how are you feeling? We just went around as a team and did these individually. So excited to streamline, grateful for team unity, craving better relationships, craving downtime, craving a clean to-do list. So this is where we started with the PowerSheets as a group. All right, and then we went to the fears section, and these are fears that we had as a group, and that was very, very helpful. All right, and then we went to what has been working in the last year. Some of our things are our new office space, earlier editorial process. The magazine was fantastic. Having a great press check for V8 was very helpful because the pages look fantastic. Working with new vendors. You guys don't even know this yet. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. We got a book contract for Southern Weddings, and that's coming out not next year, but the year after. It's very wonderful. Oh, and Lisa got married. That was a very good thing. And then we filled out what hasn't been working. And then we filled out lessons we learned from what did work, lessons we learned from what didn't work. Yesterday in the videos, we talked about what fires us up, which was wonderful. And then we did the big picture. So these questions are, if you could envision your most fulfilling year yet, what would it look like? And so we just did some brainstorming on what that would look like. And that was very helpful. That fired us up a ton. What we're saying no to, what we're saying yes to. And then, yeah, our story. And this was just a one-sentence thing. So if you get overwhelmed on this page, for us as a company, our story is we wanted to inspire the South with the world, and now we want to inspire the world with the South. That's kind of where we were and where we are now. Why we want to make it happen? We have the capacity to make a difference, and the world needs what we can give. Our word for this year is well. All right, so that is just a little behind the scenes on how we did it. And like we told you yesterday, a lot of this is very messy. And that's the point. You just gotta make a mess in your PowerSheets. You should also know that we as a company only came up with 4 goals for the year. You don't have to fill out everything. So after going through all of this and reviewing our progress, we kind of boiled it down to 4 main goals, and that was very, very helpful. So there you have it. Okay, what questions do y'all have for me? Any questions about PowerSheets in general or using them as a team? Yeah, let me know. I'm happy to answer anything. Yesterday we talked about the kinds of pens we like, which are, I like the felt tip papermint pens. Those are fantastic. And so far we've had no bleed through on these pages. They're great, and those are very thick pens. But yeah, any questions y'all have, let me know. I've got just a few minutes. Somebody asked yesterday too if we were how are we using them as a company, like schedule-wise. Yeah, not a silly question. Sorry, I'm going to bounce around here. Not a silly question. Attending list is part of the PowerSheets, and it is your list that you fill out each month to tend to the things that you want to make happen. So I'll show you a peek at that. The tending list is really, to me, the very best page in the PowerSheets. It's kind of our signature page. So I'll show you our tending list for December that we filled out. It shows your monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. And you just tend them little by little. It's not about checking things off every day. It's just about little by little progress forward. And there's a big page this year that I wrote to give you clear, helpful, practical tips on tending. Okay, that was a great question. Thank you for asking that. All right, and then schedule-wise, the way that we are going to do our PowerSheets as a company this year is we each individually are also doing PowerSheets, and we are going to set aside a 3-hour block of time each month that we are all at the very same time going to be doing our individual PowerSheets. And then as a company, we always do them a few days before the end of a few days before the end of the month. So we're doing individual PowerSheets so that our individual goals can feed into our company goals. And then we do them as a team too, once a month, which is very helpful. So we fill out a new tending list as a team as well. Okay, there were questions I missed. I'm so sorry. Tell me the questions again. And happy Friday, friends. I'm so grateful it's Friday. I'm ready for an exciting weekend ahead. Okay, I saw someone asked if you could talk more about how to use the PowerSheets with your planner. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, Emily Lay and I are going to be doing a separate video in 2 weeks on December the 15th. So we're going to talk about that. Do you have a different set for personal? Yes, I do. Everybody in the office does as well. So we have this one binder. We decided to go on the binder route for our company so that we can pull them out and share them. And we're all using the workbooks, though, for our personal goals this year. I'm very excited about that. All right, other questions? So yeah, the question before that too, Emily Lay and I are going to do a live video soon on December 15th to talk about how we use our planner and PowerSheets together. How do you track as a group if you have one set? We always review them together. So this tending list, for instance, the monthly tending list, is always out on our office wall so that we can all keep track of it. And also every week during our team meeting, we review our tending list together to see how we're doing. I'm so sorry I missed that other question that just was up. So please ask me again. Copy paste. But yeah, every week as a team, we review our tending list and our goals too to make sure that we're on track. And we've been doing this for 2 years as a company, and it's been very, very helpful. Other questions? Another thing we do in our team meetings is not part of the PowerSheets, but we give what we call golden eggs. So we give a golden egg of encouragement or some kind words to someone that we think did really well on something, and that's great. Any tips on how to be more transparent and honest with yourself on your sheets? Yes, just imagine that no one is going to see these but you. You don't have to take pictures of them. You don't have to share them with anybody. And the process will hopefully help you to go a little bit deeper and help you be more transparent. Can you start the workbook in the middle of the year? No, because it's dated. So you would miss half the year. You certainly could if you wanted to, but the workbook is dated, so you would miss those few months. But you know what? Come to think of it, though, if you wanted to, you totally could. You actually could do that. You could, it'd be a little tricky, but you could start your workbook in the middle of the year, and then you would have the first half of the year kind of carry over until 2017. It would just kind of put you behind if you wanted to order new ones, though. How do you use personal ones and the individual ones as a team? Well, for me personally, my goals are always a mix of company, business goals, and personal goals because they're all the same. They all come from the same heart and the same mission. So my heart for my family is the same as my heart for our company because I want to help people live on purpose and do good work for people. So for me, it's not a challenge to bridge the two. So I'm not sure I'm answering your question correctly, though. But that's how I do it with personal business. Ask me again if that wasn't what you wanted to know. Sorry. Ashley said, how would PowerSheets be useful for a church ministry team with guys and gals? Definitely, I would suggest using the sheet set instead of the workbook. and they're totally beneficial for guys and gals. This is the first year we're kind of more so marketing them for women, just because that's my heart, and I think my best skill set is marketing to women. But yeah, they would absolutely be helpful. We've had actually lots of churches do that. Okay, sorry, copy paste those questions. Will there be more Write the Word journals soon? Yes, in fact, today we are placing our order for the next group, and we are hopefully going to get them here lickety split. They will not be here before Christmas. But if you're trying to gift those to someone, you can also purchase a gift card from our shop, laracaseyshop.com, and give that to the recipient with a note that just says, this is for your Write the Word journal whenever it comes in. We hope to have those in January. I really hope so. I'll have more info soon. Is it a challenge for your team members to integrate personal and professional? Great question, and hold off on any other questions so I can get to that. No, because while we don't share some of the deepest, personal information with each other as a team, we have really clear boundaries with each other. It's not a challenge because we all also do share our personal hearts for marriage and for helping people. And so no, I don't think it's hard for us. And also, you should know too that when I say we're all doing the PowerSheets as a team and doing them personally too, we're not disclosing everything personally to each other. We're just going to tell each other each month, after having done our personal PowerSheets, anything that we feel is pertinent or anything that we feel is appropriate for the team to know. So for me, the reason why we're doing that is because I feel that very strongly that our business has to serve our lives, not the other way around. So I want to know what's important to my team members so that we can implement that as a company or do things that help them to achieve those personal goals too. So they can share whatever they feel most comfortable with. All right, anything else? Thank y'all for joining me today. It's fun. It's Friday. It's sunny. It's wonderful. Our plans for PowerSheets for couples. Oh yes, any plans for PowerSheets for couples. We decided this yesterday that they will come out in 2017. That our word for the year is well. We want to do those very well. We've been working on them for almost 3 years now, but we will absolutely be releasing them in January, or I guess for that season of 2017. So yes. Great. Other questions? Plans for PowerSheets for kids. Oh, no plans for that right now, but that would be really fun. I can definitely recommend a journal though for kids that I love. 2 of them is Val Marie Paper. She has wonderful prayer journals for kids. And also my friend Karen Stott from Intentional Home. She has an incredible journal for kids too that I love. It's the Archer Journal. So absolutely look at those 2 things. They're wonderful. And I know there's so many other great resources, but those are the 2 that come to mind that I love the most. All right, any other questions? Even if they're non-PowerSheets related, I've got 2 more minutes here. I'm excited for you guys. Please post those recommendations on Instagram. It's Intentional Home is her Instagram account. So go look at that, Intentional Home. And Val Marie Paper, VALMARIE Paper is the other Instagram name. And you can take a look at her website too. They're wonderful. So good. All right, y'all, if that's it, then I'm going to close out here. But I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Bye.